So if you asked me a week ago what I would be doing right now, what would be the main thing that we'd be discussing, I never in a million years would have said that we'd be discussing a new game with Max, which is something that Deck9 surprised us with last week, Sunday evening. I immediately recorded a short video, but in the meantime, there's been a lot going on. They posted like the whole trailer. They posted 18 minutes of a gameplay that I want to watch together with you guys right now. They posted an interview with the directors. They also posted the interview with Hannah Telso, Mac's voice actress, who is an adorable person, and I'm happy that she's back, if anything. But otherwise, I just have so many concerns when it comes to that game, which will be another video. But right now, before I jump into the whole concerns thing, I want to watch the gameplay with you guys, so it's fair. I did watch the interview with the directors and Mac's voice actress. Like I said, she's happy to be back, and I'm happy that she's happy because she's just a great person. But when it comes to the director's interview, I noticed some red flags there, if you will. Obviously, the main concern when it comes to the fandom, because I've been reading the comments, is the one single question, the biggest one that there is. Where is Chloe? Because they said that this is a standalone game that's friendly to new players. This sort of contradicts the essence of the first game to so many of us. And I'm afraid that Deck9 might be sort of missing the point of the first game, which was the bond between Max and Chloe, the relation between them, and the fact that the powers came to exist simply because Max cared for Chloe as much. And it wouldn't be just something that would sort of activate or be triggered by anyone or any traumatic event. Just because she cares for a person that we don't know, whose name is Safi, doesn't mean that it should trigger her powers, because in a way that sort of diminishes what we were left with when it comes to the first game created by Dontnod. That's something that worries me a lot. I never would have guessed that all these years later I would be so protective when it comes to Max and Chloe, when it comes to what the game left me with for years to come, because my final decision, which was saving Chloe, it ultimately meant that all these years I basically thought that Max and Chloe are together. And to see a game where Max is sort of separated in a standalone adventure that's supposed to be a sort of a who was the killer type of a crime game, it just feels odd, because Life is Strange was many things, but it wasn't a crime game. It was much more than that. That's why I'm really concerned. I know that they're supposed to respect both endings. They said in the interview that early on in the game you have a conversation and you can tell them which ending you picked. If I go with Bay, meaning Chloe is alive, then I would probably get a cameo of some kind. There are rumors that Ashley Burch might be back to play Chloe, but we don't know, and we can guess that that was my first thought, that the way to do that, like they did in Wavelands DLC with Steph, or even in True Colors partially, they would sort of throw bits here and there, but that's not what I think most of the fandom imagined for Max and Chloe. I never would have said that Max would be doing a thing of her own without Chloe. I know that in the gameplay, I think there's a question and you can say that you were a high school sweetheart or something. It just doesn't capture at all what Max and Chloe were. I know that I'm making a lot of assumptions, but based on the trailer alone, what I heard in the interview between the lines, I'm really concerned for them and how the first game was perceived by Deck9. I feel like, and I'm deeply worried that they haven't really grasped the essence of it, but that's really a long introduction for another video that I'll be recording very soon. Today, let's watch the extended gameplay of Life is Strange Double Exposure, because what I want to say is Deck9 did still create great games, like True Colors, despite some evil antagonist issues with some conspiration going on and whatnot. They really created a very nice thing with Alex, and I was totally on board with that game. I loved playing it online with you guys, with the Duckers. If you were here, then you remember. Also, let's not forget that Farewell, a masterpiece that I consider to be equally good as Life is Strange, is also created by Deck9. And there are some games by Dontnod who didn't quite reach that level, like Life is Strange 2, personally speaking. I know that there are many fans out there as well. So as a game of its own, as a baby of their own, it can be fine, but still it probably shouldn't really exist in that version unless Chloe's there. I don't want to make it sound like hysterical, but I feel like some of these concerns might be dismissed Because obviously if you create a game, then you are certain that this is the product that you wanted to publish if it's already at this stage. This is the your creative decisions that you stand by, of course. However, I don't want these voices of ours to be dismissed because I feel like they're totally valid. But as a thing of its own, it might be a good game if you ignore the fact that they sort of interfere with the essence of the first game. Let's watch Life is Strange double exposure, extended gameplay, and see what's what.
Give me the Cliff Notes version of what we're actually here to see.
A bunch of little pieces of a shattered asteroid.
From 11 million miles away.
This is what I get for introducing you to.
Wow.
So, should we be worried about this crazy asteroid hitting Earth?
Not in our lifetime. And it'll probably disintegrate before it reaches the surface.
All right, Max. You have 24 hours before the world ends. What would you do?
Oh, come on.
Oh, I'm documenting that shit. Can you imagine how cool an apocalypse photo set would be?
Oh my god, this again? Nobody would see it. I'm telling you, art requires an audience. Otherwise, it's just...
Okay, jeez. Agree to disagree.
Awful quiet over there, Murph. Don't want to weigh in?
Oh, I wasn't listening. But, hey, looks like the equipment's working.
Looks like
Eek, why am I not at home wrapped up in a blanket burrito right now?
Max's voice changed. That's actually cool. She made it sound older. She's an adult now.
I don't know. Me and Moses out in town without you? Think of the wild times you would have missed.
Lakeport's most notorious party animals. Bow, 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 bow.
Kinda cringe, no?
Oh, I brought cups. Figured that was better than passing the bottle around.
Max, are you drinking now? You're a proper
This is the best you could do?
I don't work in this building. Don't blame me for the astronomy department's bad taste.
Mine says, I'm the world's horniest grandma.
Grab a mug, Max.
This is actually vodka, the dirt hot chocolate.
Wow. 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
What consequences? That's a cup decision. It's not...
I have some good news. It's big, but I can't tell you what it is.
You can't tell us you have good news and then...
I don't want to say anything else until everything is finalized.
Mysterious.
She's pregnant. She's
Well,
gonna
whatever
drink
we're
now.
celebrating, I think it calls for a selfie.
Oh, I just got this camera and I want to get some good use out of it.
What should we say?
Damn, I think I have hypothermia.
Moses has hypothermia.
Okay, I don't know if this is trying to be cringe on purpose, like, because I'm kind of cringing, no?
I'm gonna, do my thing.
He?
Good news, huh?
You two and your secrets. How you ever hold a conversation with each other is beyond me.
I'm dying to know what Sophie's good news is. Maybe I can somehow convince her to spill.
Check your phone messages, speak to Moses. Oh my god, we have quests.
I love how Moses always looks so passionate about his work. Even when he's just crunching numbers. Hey, Moses. Casually lean on the telescope.
I might knock it over.
Pretend.
That's so cool that we can actually influence the camera. This was never the deal in Life is Strange, really, not that way. There's no Chloe there. Oh, I thought she was peeing in the forest. Okay.
Hey, Sophie.
Cigarettes?
find anything poemable?
The moon? Kind of. Though I'd hardly be the first. Carl Sandburg called it a friend for the lonesome to talk to.
Pretty. I haven't seen a moon this bright outside of Oregon.
Oh, a Max biography nugget. Those are rare. You never really talk about why you came here.
Oh my god.
You already know. Your mom threw me a lifeline. Pulled me out of freelance hell.
One of these days, I'm gonna find out what you're running from, Max Caulfield. That's a promise.
Okay, spill. What's the news?
No
I would be
chance.
like,
That
bye.
vault is closed.
You're killing me here. Are you really gonna keep secrets from your dear friend Max?
You're one to talk, my dear.
Okay, I'll leave you to your muse.
She's kinda nosy, no? Just the way she was in the first game. I could see her being that way as an adult Max. I could see her being a believable character in that game, true to her essence. But...
Hey, Moses. Doesn't some small part of you want to know what Safi's good news is?
Alright. I think I have an idea. But once we go down this road, we can't turn back.
Okay.
Give this to Safi, if you can. You'll probably have to trick her into taking it or plant it on her.
Like a prank?
No. This has rules. So it's more of a game. Whoever holds the bottle cap has to do whatever you say. Well, within reason.
Moses, I have literally never wanted to play a game more in my entire life.
You say that now, but Safi has a very loose definition of within reason. And she'll come for you next.
Okay, wish me luck.
I don't even know if I could treat this as canon, you know? Because to me the comic books are canon. I absolutely love them.
Okay,
Fine.
how am I going to plant this on Safi?
New message from Amanda. Why not Chloe? Like, they could... If they don't want to have Chloe here.
Since Safi hasn't quit smoking yet, maybe I can use it to my advantage. I'm not above relaxing my principles to give Safi that bottle cap. There might be some other hiding places up here that could work. Could I hide the bottle cap in a snowball? Not sure I want to rely on my aim. I'd only get one shot. Safi eats these when she can't slip away for a smoke. It'd be totally normal for me to offer her one.
But what if she swallows it? Maybe that's why Safi dropped dead in the forest.
Now I've just got to deliver this to Safi. Hey, Safi. Want a piece of candy? There's a few left.
Oh, twist my arm. Shit. It's a conspiracy. Come on, Max. Surely you, of all people, would let a girl have her secrets.
And violate the sacred covenant of the bottle cap? Never.
You know I'm going to get you back for this, right?
Less thready, more talk.
Okay. So, well, I've been shopping around a bunch of my poetry, right? Like, as a collection. And a publisher made an offer.
For real? Oh my god, Safi! That's incredible! Congratulations!
Safi is not as bad as I imagined her to be.
Thank you. Nothing signed or anything yet, so I want to keep it under wraps until all the paperwork gets signed.
Understood.
Assuming she doesn't hit on
Your
Max.
secret is safe with me.
But I understand why she didn't want to share. Kind of shitty to force her.
Hello?
Like, some people dislike that.
This is Safi? Yes, this is Safia Llewellyn Fayyad speaking. Be right back.
So they really called so late? Music's nice. Music sounds like the first game right now.
So, would you really take pictures of the end of the world?
Yeah. Think
She
about it.
did.
I take photos of empty buildings. An empty planet? That's next level.
I think she's nerding on
Okay.
that, right? Taking
But it's like
pictures
Safi
of
said,
empty
nobody's
places.
ever going to see them.
It's like a metaphor, really.
Sure, but who cares? I take a lot of photos nobody ever sees. I want to go out doing something I'm good at, you know?
Huh.
Oh, what?
No, nothing. Just didn't take you as a it's the journey, not the destination type.
I mean, I guess I'm not. It's more like sometimes you reach the destination alone. And that's okay.
Excuse me, what? No.
What a tale.
I didn't sacrifice the whole town so it'd be you alone, so you'd be alone, Max.
Moses was right. This is awesome.
This looks like Arcadia Bay, by the way.
Are you okay?
Yeah. All good. Just dizzy. Maybe the champagne. Think I'm gonna take off. Get some rest.
I can give you a ride if you wait a few minutes.
No, that's okay. I think a walk will clear my head. Think so.
All of it looks really nice. I like the idea of the game being placed in the university campus, but not as a student, you know. What kind of music will she play? She should have played the but never mind.
I'm glad Moses invited me out tonight.
I can't recall exactly how you came into my life at all.
Ooh.
Seems you always
Caledon's a beautiful campus, but it's even better when it snows.
just waiting to suddenly appear.
Who's the artist?
Crazy, but I know that's everything I know.
What a perfect night for walking home. I'll just catch up with Safi tomorrow.
I promise this is what you want.
Safi's chain smoking again? Wonder what that call was about.
Please don't wake me up.
Wow, Safi. What did Mr. Snowman ever do to you?
This has to be Safi's spirit animal, right?
Now I know who's been leaving all that squirrel gore around campus.
I'd swim an ocean and swim whole seas. It'd make no difference how far I'd go, 'cause I'd find you.
Don't get to take a shot like this every day. Wow,
Call me
you're really watching me, aren't you?
emergency broadcast system is now in effect.
I caused this! I caused all of this!
What?
Max? Hey! Hey, are you okay?
Something's wrong. Sophie!
Hey! Come back!
Damn, she's still alive.
There's Sophie. She seems okay.
Wait, so now we can predict future?
I feel like I should check on her anyway. Better safe than sorry. Shit! Sophie, hang on!
How do you know that she was shot?
Oh, Sophie's fine. For
Yeah.
a moment, I thought...
Oh, this looks like Arcadia Bay by the
Sophie.
lighthouse.
Sophie? Hey. You okay?
Is that her corpse just sitting there? Oh my god, that's quite morbid.
Max!
No.
That's dramatic. Oh. I think the gameplay itself isn't really as bad. Like I mentioned before, in Three Colors, you had quite an interesting side characters, pleasant conversations. Deckline is also really good when it comes to creating ambience, wonderful scenes. Some of their scenes were the best in the entire franchise. Some of the scenes that they have created, very poetic, very metaphorical scenes, were crafted by Deck 9. And I think the game, you know, the gameplay, the story, the music, all of that might be just fine. All of that might make for a pleasant game, and I understand that perspective that they want to create a standalone game. But I have to separate the product from the very essence of Life is Strange game. Because if you create sort of a sequel to Max, if you want to introduce her as a character, it cannot be done without including what made Max Max, what made the whole franchise what it is today. And that was the bond between Max and Chloe. So if you want to carry on and include both endings, and I'm talking about those of us who saved Chloe, we need to have Chloe in Max's life. For example, I wouldn't really see it as a big deal if for whatever reason they got separated temporarily. That's fine, because it makes sense for those of you who didn't really save Chloe. Then we could get text messages from Chloe. That's not too big of a change development wise. Or like I mentioned before, the cameo by the end of the game or at some other point, but personally I would prefer to have it by the end of the game so we can meet and, you know, drive away together, because that's where our Max is for us. But then again, I'll be discussing that in a separate video. This was the whole gameplay thing, and when it comes to the gameplay, I liked it. I didn't really expect not to like it. They work well with the characters, with the atmosphere of the place, locations. For example, I replayed Three Colors from time to time because I love hanging around that small mining village. But then again, I think with Deck 9 isn't really the best when it comes to the antagonist story, like the whole mining company conspiration in Three Colors, or the drugs demon thing and Before the Storm, which I also actually really liked that game. It didn't quite work, personally speaking, for me, but still they really made up with the whole atmosphere, the characters, the conversations, the lovely scenes. So that's that. Safi seems like a likable character. I hope that she doesn't really hit on us. I think somewhere there, I'm not really sure where now, but it was mentioned that the game does include romance, and I'm just praying that it's not going to be a Max romance, because that would be way too much. And especially if we pick the Chloe alive ending, there's no way we want to see them separately. I realized that time passed and everyone stays with their high school sweetheart, whatever, of course. Still, the whole Life is Strange ending, it validated the fact that we are sort of together forever in a way. We sacrificed the whole city for Chloe. At this point, for that game for me to work, that precisely needs to be validated. I need to have a guarantee that Max and Chloe are still together, or otherwise it's going to disregard every decision that I made in the first game. And that game is simply too important for me to have its essence disrespected by disregarding my final decision for Max and Chloe to stay together. I realize that these are strong words, but I feel very strongly about Life is Strange. It's a game that I love. It's a game that was with me throughout all these years. It's a game that made me create my channel. Maybe I'm worried prematurely, but I'm gonna be anxious about that until we know more. Again, another video is coming where we're discussing just that. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys being here. There's actually hundreds of Life is Strange videos on my channel back in the days when we still had Life is Strange hype going on, which apparently we now do again. Stay safe, guys. This was all from Stop Me Our channel. Bye.